Hello everybody. I kind of got some tight quarters here, so I wanted to make sure that I was not bumping the camera and everything else like that around when I was getting set up here. So just be patient with me for a moment while I get all the eggs out. We are going to be doing our live egg candling. Have several various stages of eggs that we are going to be candling. I've got to kind of meticulously set these guys out just because I am in such tight quarters here. Can't wait to build myself like a pole barn or something like that so I can actually do this in. I'm gonna have to do some rearranging with these eggs because I got about 15 of them downstairs to be set tomorrow, unless I wait a week or so to set them, which I might have to, depending on how I can figure these guys out. Currently I have 42 eggs that are fertile and growing, or well, I'm gonna at least say fertile at the moment. Let me grab the light here real quick. Like I said, tight quarters. It's warm in here tonight. It's been raining and it's kind of muggy. So, I do want to apologize for last week. It was a really bad week for me last week. I had my epidural injection yesterday. And I have to say that this today is the least amount of pain that I have felt thus far. So that's really good. Okay, so I also stripped my little tripod down to my clipboard a little bit differently. If you're on, say hi so I know who's a-watching. Like I said, I have several different stages here set to hatch on a weekly basis at the moment. So, let me see here. How am I going to do this? Alright. So this is the latest batch up here. That was set on the 1st. So we are... Where are we at? We are on day... Oh, that's April. Am I off a month? Yeah, I'm off a month. So we are on day 10. So, hi Michelle. Hello MD, Connie, Charla. Alright, so these guys are on day 10. Let's see what we got here. And this is from my white collar carrier. Dang, it's hot in this room. Holy jeez. So this is from my white collar carrier. We've got the veining already. You can see where the embryo is starting to form there. How the yolk has split up into this U shape, as I like to say. And I just sprayed these guys. I'm also going to churn them and kind of do some condensing here. I'm trying to keep my rows separated, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Well, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. We have a nice air cell forming. Hello, Jennifer. Again, these eggs are just about ready to go on day 10 in the incubator. I've been doing this weekly, but last week was a bad week. I have so far, when I left you guys the last time, I had 4 eggs ready to go into lockdown. Does anybody want to take a guess as to how many I had hatch? I'll let you guys maybe shoot some guesses off. Now this egg is really weird. So I don't know if you can tell the shape on that. I'm sorry, but that looks like that hurt coming out. And it has a whole bunch of calcium deposits on it. I've been watching it. I don't even see an air cell on it. And I don't really care for that, how that's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and set this out. Now, Michelle, if I have 4 eggs going on the lockdown, how am I going to have 8 babies? No, actually, I only had 1 hatch. In the video of the last one, there was one that I was questioning. And that one did indeed quit on me. Let me see here. I had another one that... And y'all, help me keep count here of how many I got. So anyways, it didn't, it quit the week before. And then I had another one that quit, about 3 days before hatch. And when I candled them the last time that I candled, they actually seemed like they were pretty weak. There was magic. There wasn't a whole lot of movement to them compared to the other one. So I was really questioning that one anyway, or, you know, the other 2 anyways. So anyways, the third one actually pipped internally, and it looked like it was, I don't know, maybe it was its butt or its chest or something like that. I could see it up in the air cell, and it didn't move from there. So this egg was found out by the water bucket. Gotta love it. You know, where they poop the most and make the most mess. Kind of been watching this one. Also, no veining on that one. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that one out. This is why I wait. I don't automatically throw them out if I don't see anything. I give them a few days, make sure I have good veining in the other eggs, and then I go from there. Ugh. 3 out of 14. It's rough, isn't it, Connie? It's rough. Yes, MD. Very, very. And Charlotte, no, you're not. In the past, I've heard the numbers. 25%, you're doing something right. So, it's hard. It's hard hatching these guys. You know, there's no scientific formula behind them. No scientific formula at all. So actually, we're looking pretty good in this bunch. Let's see here. The hatching, the quitters. It's discouraging. It really is. But you guys, this is also one reason why I personally don't do waiting list or pre-sales or anything like that. Because you never have any idea what you're going to hatch. And what did I just say? 25%? Well, take that number and add all the shipping issues if you're having shipped eggs. That number's even riskier. So, take that all into consideration, guys. Anybody have any questions about anything? Am I going too fast here? These guys are still only cooling for about 5 minutes or so, but you know what? I don't even set a timer anymore. I just do my thing and let it go. Mama doesn't have a timer. I've been really changing some of the ways that I'm doing things as far as, you know, basically, Mama, don't do that. Why would I do that? Mama, don't do that. Why would I do that? You know, I mean, gotta kind of take it back and not think so much about this. So, I'm going to give these guys another little squirt. I think I might have room for another 15 up there. And then, you know what? I'm going to turn my fan on real quick, guys, because I'm roasting in here. My dad's on the phone. He's really loud when he's on the phone. So, give me 1 second here. I need some air movement. Usually I have the air conditioner going in the room too because it helps to stabilize in here. helps to stabilize the humidity in the bedroom and etc. like that. So, let's see here. What do you got here? The only bird I have had luck with is my Deleuces. Run around 90%, 95%. Yeah, I hear that. Well, I definitely hope that everybody has a better year than what they did last year. From what I understand, last year was really rough for everybody. And, Charlotte, does it have to do with the humidity? You mean as far as low hatch rates? Humidity and low hatch rates? I'm going to turn this tray here. Now I can be in a little bit of a different position and not have to lean so much. Alright, so I have, what do I have here? I have 2, 3, 4, I have 15 eggs here, guys. No, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 eggs on this rack, I do believe. So, this is going to be like a ginormous hatch. I don't know how I'm going to split it up. Does the humidity have to do with yolk absorption? It very well can. It very well can. I always recommend Pete's Guide to Hatching. And on Pete's Guide to Hatching, he talks a lot about the humidity. Higher humidity, you're not going to have the absorption of the yolk and forming of the air cell as much, because when you have the lower humidity, it there's scientific terms behind it. I can't remember what it is, but as the lower humidity on the outside, hold on, if the humidity is lower on the outside of the egg than what it is inside, then it'll actually help to basically wick some of that moisture away, and that's how you form your air cell. There's a formula that they came up with for figuring a percentage of the weight. I'd have to look at the actual number again. It's been a minute since I've looked at the number. But you want so much of a percentage of weight lost per egg, if that makes any sense. I can definitely pull up Pete's Guide to Hatching and reread the numbers and stuff, because he's got the mathematical equation in there. So these guys are due, this is week C, so these guys are due next week Sunday, so on the 18th. Right now I'm just kind of checking the air cell. I'm checking for movement. Also, the other thing that really helps with absorption is the cooling and misting. A lot of people don't do it. Everybody has their own ways. Yes, Janet, hi. Hi, Jigsaw. If you guys haven't heard about Jigsaw, you're going to have to hang out and I'll tell you about Jigsaw. So, as Janet pointed out, it varies on your region too. Janet's down in Florida. She's had some challenging aspects to hatching. Very, very wet. Altitude. You know, where you're at as far as height and mountains and everything else like that can play a big part in it too. So, these guys are on day, let's see here, they're set on the 28th, trying to read the calendar, so they're on 7, 14, day 21. Now, Charlotte, depending on where you're at as far as your region and stuff like that, 38% might be a little too high. I put them in, and I pretty much set them and forgot them as far as humidity. I don't add any water or anything like that, except for when I first fired up this cabinet incubator. I did have to add water because It originally fired up at like 19%. For me, that's a little low. That's a little low for my comfort level. I like to go between 20 and 25. The last couple days it's been running about 28%, but we've also been warmer. It's rain today. Rain, even just a rainy day on your wherever you're at, can play a part. So, and if anybody has anything to chime in on that, please let me know. I'm trying to multitask here. And for anybody that's had an epidural injection, they informed me that it's also quite a bit of steroids. When I'm on steroids, I don't function well. My brain's just like, and I'm like, but I can't think straight. Any type of steroid in my body, and I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess. So again, these guys are on day 21. They are due to hatch next Sunday. They will be going into lockdown on Friday. My lockdown, I will transfer them to my styrofoam incubators and hope for the best. Got lots of colors here, guys. My whites are finally getting some fertility. My young goose that actually was laying before Christmas, she surprised us, and we found 2 eggs in her coop this morning. She stopped laying about 3-4 weeks ago, so surprise there. We pulled 5 out of the coop this morning. That was kind of a surprise. These guys are doing really good. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, because these are... Oh, wait. No, excuse me. They're not due next week. Take that back. Sorry. I thought I was on C. These guys are due 2 weeks. The 25th. So these guys are only on day 7, 14. Yeah, they're still on day 21. So they still got another 2 weeks to go. I do apologize for that. I thought I was C and C's. I label my eggs, my batches, A, B, C, D. And I thought that I'd seen a C. I'm so sorry about that. The next batch will be next week. And like I said, right now, I'm just kind of doing a quick candle. Making sure for movement, making sure everybody's still alive. And everybody's looking really good right now. Can you all see that? Am I going too fast? Am I just kind of rambling here? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I just figured I'd better get on and do a video with you guys. It's been like 2 weeks now, so give updates. There's been new people around, been getting more questions about things. Any topics? Anything? I guess why I'm doing this, for anybody that's watching and anybody that follows the Sebastopol Geese Lovers Forum. That's been fun. I woke up to a email this morning, because I'm an administrator for it, saying that a person was approved yesterday and they couldn't log into the account. I got on my phone and started looking. I couldn't find the group under my groups. I couldn't find anything about it, etc., like that. I spent about 3 hours on the computer trying to get in to the account and find out what was going on. And apparently TapTalk does not like Android or Google does not like TapTalk. So, if you're on the Sebastopol Goose Lover Forum, I suggest using a computer or like Firefox or something. So, yeah. Okay, for those that have asked, this is where we're going to get some more information here. As well, at this stage, like day 21, I would just ensure that your air cell is continuing to grow. you'll really see a big notice in your aerosol like the last week of incubation. Make sure that they're still moving. I'm sure, did you see all the movement in there? You can see them kind of bouncing around. The shadowing in there and stuff like that. You know, if they're not moving, I usually will give them like a little tap, tap, tap. Sometimes they're just sleeping in there. I always find it's best to candle at an angle like this or on the side. I don't ever candle upside down. But yeah, you're just kind of watching for movement at this point, making sure that they're still alive in there. Now, the next 3 that I'm going to candle, I actually had them shipped to me. First time I've had shipped eggs in a long time. These are the ones that were shipped, and they had a loose air cell. Hold on, my camera feels like it's going to fall. They actually had a loose air cell. And as you can see, they are forming. And the air cell has actually stabilized. Even though, sorry, gotta kind of lean here for a minute. Even though the air cell, to me, it kind of looks like a scalloped edge, you know, that you do with lace or a pair of scissors or something like that. So I have no idea how that's going to affect anything. But, I thought I seen movement in here at first. I don't really know. So on this one here, what I'm looking at is I'm kind of looking at the darkness right there. Can you see it, MD? That one is, to me, kind of questionable. And see how it's all spinning around? Let me get a different angle here. Maybe you guys can help me see if I see any actual movement, or if it's just, is there movement in there, or is, I'm not touching the egg. Yep, there's a movement. Okay. Yep, that was a definite movement. Kind of cool. Sometimes when you're doing this, how many have ever really picked up on like a, the actual, like what you can see is either a wing or a bill or a foot. It's really kind of cool. So this air cell, it also stabilized, but I don't know how that dip is going to affect. It may just be where it will initially dip down when it goes into lockdown for pippin and stuff. Fingers are crossed. I've dealt with loose air cells before, but unfortunately they've either quit or honestly I don't think anything hatched out of them. But I can see movement in there. Looks really good, really strong, healthy. And then this is the third one that I got. There was 4 of them. The other one did quit. So this air cell looks pretty darn normal. I'm not really concerned about anything there. Can see the movement there. Looking good to me. Looking real good. So did anybody help me count how many eggs I've got in this next batch to go? Because I gotta be honest, I'm kind of nervous about this one. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. Yikes. Okay. I'm going to give these guys another little mist. You can see my mister. I love this thing. I bought it off of Amazon. It's an aerosol mister. It was just a couple bucks on Amazon. You can find it in like beauty supply stuff. It's really cool. Next victim. So these are the ones that are actually due next week on Sunday. So these guys, and you know what? I think I suck at my math tonight. Yep, this is, what batch is this? Okay, this is batch C. They were set, A, B, C. These guys were set on the 21st of March. And this is sometimes when you can have a hard time telling if you see movement or not. Because all you see is, well, just like I see there, a bunch of black. What I always do is watch like right there at the edges for any type of movement or anything. Sometimes you just gotta kind of wait for it, but that's all I'm gonna do is just check for movement. You gotta catch just the right spot sometimes. Yep, I see it right there. It just shadowed over, so that tells me that it's moving. We're still doing good. This is when I question a lot, like, oh no, did you quit or not? Because you do have to focus so much on the movement. You can see how the air cell has changed shape as far as for size. They could also be getting a little chilled, so I'm not going to spend too much time. They've now been out for however long we've been online, which can make them less active. So I may have to check them again, just check this batch like tomorrow again. And I'm turning them X up, or C up. They were X up. We got the movement there. And this one's the happy little guy. It's kind of cool how you can see all that. Just to me, it reminds me of being when I was pregnant and I could see, like, you know, the different things and stuff like that going on from the outside. Air cells growing on this one. And you can tell the mature eggs from the pull, you know, from pull eggs. A lot of people say not to incubate the pull eggs. You end up with small babies. Sometimes they don't do well hatching, etc. like that. But I just kind of put everything in there, and pretty much if they're strong enough to make it out, then they're strong enough to live. Kind of my thought process. I see movement down there at the bottom. These guys will go into lockdown on Friday. I think I might wait on this next batch, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to set more than 15 at a time. That's an awful lot. And I don't really want to get into setting oddball days. I want to keep it week by week. So, see movement in this one. You can see it right at the top there. What's the biggest number that everybody's set? Like how many eggs at once? I'm sure I'm talking little numbers myself with like 15 or so, but I want to say that the batch before this one was the most with 20 some eggs. Not really seeing anything in this one, but it could just be sleeping in there too. So we'll see. I'll check again midweek, see how they're doing. I'll check them again before I put them into lockdown. I mean, they're still growing, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. And that one's a happy little guy. Girl, whatever it happens to be. Two more to go. And then we're going to check the ones that are in lockdown real quick. I don't think that they've internal pipped, so I should be good to check them. If they did internal pip, we're going to do a very, very quick, fast check and close it back up. Yeah. Oh, that's right. This one. This one. Anybody see my aerosol? Anybody with any experience with that? Somebody take a screenshot of that for me and save it. Send it to me, please. Kind of hard to do myself. I know I got somebody that'll screenshot that for me. There we go. Right there. Screenshot that for me. I have no idea what's going on inside this egg. All I can tell you is that the air cell has gotten bigger. I have no way to tell what this is doing inside. I can't see anything. Oh, I can kind of see something in this egg. Right there. But it's not enough to tell anything. Not enough. All I can tell you is that the air cell has gotten bigger. That's where it was like 2 days ago. 3 days ago, something like that. I have no idea what to do with it from here. Besides, hope it don't quit and rot and explode. Hope for the best. I'm trying to see if there's anything in there. I literally can't see diddly in this egg. I have no idea what happened there either. Thank you, Janet. None whatsoever. That's a first for me. Okay, quick little mist, and then we're going to check the ones that are in lockdown. Let's see how they're doing. So, oh, that's what I was going to do. We were going to tell you about Jigsaw, if you haven't heard about Jigsaw. So, Jigsaw is a baby that was hatched before Christmas by the kid that helps me do chores. Here, I need to take a break on my back for a second. So anyways, Jigsaw is a baby that hatched before Christmas. The kid that does chores for me. There, got it. He hatched Jigsaw for a FFA science fair project. Back on March 16th, I do believe it was, Jigsaw hurt himself and broke his bottom bill in half. Friend Serena actually took Jigsaw in for me, took him to a vet. They actually sutured and wired his jaw, the bottom part of his jaw. I mean, like, literally, his bill was, here's his top bill, here's his tongue, and then his bottom bill was kind of like hanging there like this, and would be his head. It was kind of horrific. But anyways, Jigsaw has gained back all the weight that he lost. He's actually healing very well. There's an appointment for him on the 10th, I do believe, 10th or 11th, for him to go to a vet up here in Michigan that actually assisted with doing a 3D printed bill for a duck. Now, we don't really think that he needs any 3D printing bill or anything, but we really feel that maybe he needs more like support, brace, cast, whatever they can maybe possibly do. The one wire he actually got out, thank God he didn't swallow it. And then the other wire is just kind of, he was actually over and visited the other day. It was so adorable. The other wire is just kind of like spinning in there, and it actually looks like to us that there might be like a bone chip in there. So hopefully this other vet will be able to help him out. And he's so cute because he's got kind of like this crooked potty lip. I can't do it, but anyways, it's really cute. He's really doing well. Let's get back to canneling these eggs. So these guys are actually on day 27. Tomorrow's day 28. I have my little styrofoam incubator. I'm gonna give them a little mist here. Oops. This is just how I do it, how I prefer to do it. This is what I have found works best for me. And like I said, we're just gonna do a quick candle and see what we got going on here. So aerosol, huge, dipped, and I don't know if you want to really consider that pipped, or that is what I call shadowing, where you can see it kind of pushing on the membrane. Happy little guy. Woo! I'm going to put it up to my ear, see if I hear anything. No, we should be pipped tomorrow morning, or at least internal pipped, but can you all see that shadowing? And that's when you know they are ready to pip. He's busy in there. So that's good. So you currently now have 5 with aerosols like that, Serena, and 2 last year, and they hatched. So this one is down here moving. Oh, of course, I put the light on it and stops moving. Let's see. Nobody's actually internal pipped yet, so we're still safe. We've really dipped down. And you can see how it's dipped down. You better not be trying to come out the side, little dude. I'm gonna listen. Don't hear nothing. Once they've internal pipped, usually you can hear like a little tap, 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 and you'll hear peep, peep, peep sometimes too. And call it crazy, but they'll talk to you while they're in the egg. So this one's got some shadowing right there. You can just barely see it. Not as active as the other ones, but it's a little bit of a smaller, skinnier egg, so we might have a little... Oh, excuse me, I lied. We're pretty active in there. Oh, the veins visible? Yeah. What those veins will actually do is they'll actually absorb up as it hatches, and you won't be able to see them anymore. We'll talk a little bit about that. I think what I'll do is maybe I'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk a little bit about what to expect from this point on, unless you guys really want me to keep going. I can keep going, I don't care. Now this one, I might actually be able to hear something. Do you guys think I'll be able to hear anything? I don't know. I can hear tapping. Tapping or clicking. What's your definition of clicking and tapping? Janet? What's the difference? I hear something hitting on the inside of the egg. To me it sounds the same. So we're gonna not touch these guys again. If you noticed, I put the egg down as I throw you guys on the floor. Jeez. This spring on this thing is obnoxious. So I put the egg down. When you put them in lockdown, how that is, you know, the bigger end of the air cell up on the top. I can put it, you know, like that, but it'll just roll over on itself. It'll tell you where it wants to be. So don't, when they're in this stage, don't force them to go into a position. They're getting in position. And so, anyways, we're gonna close these guys up. Wonder if my dad's still on the phone. I'll show you the little one that actually hatched the other day. Keep going. I don't know. Hold on. Let me turn you guys around here. So with my back, well, in the previous years, what I've done is I've always set babies up in the house for like the first 24 hours. And let me turn the TV down a little bit so you guys can hear me. So anyways, I usually set babies up in the house for about the first 24 hours. Just to make sure that they're strong and healthy, eating, drinking, da-da-da-da-da. Here's what I came up with. Hi, guys! So I got my Rubbermaid tub. Got a lid on it. Hardware cloth. I cut this out with a Dremel. Some of it, and then a razor, or, box cutter. I zip tied this onto it. They're spoiled rotten. They got their feed. Lettuce. I put golf balls in the water so that they don't get in there and get stuck. They got their little rattly toys, mirrors. And then this is another little thing that I do because cold water can hurt them. Cold water can actually hurt the babies. So I put a bottle in under the heat lamp so that they can get the right temperature water. So now you'll see a huge difference in these guys. This is Mutt. No bigger than my hand. What? My goodness. There's a little guy. Little guy. Yeah. He's a little thing. And then this is Jeff. I borrowed him from a friend. He's an American buff. And you can see the size difference. Holy Toledo. So anyways, and they were hatched within 12 hours of each other. So, I really like using this for the lettuce. It gives them something to pick at. There's not as much mess. Etc. like that. So, okay, I'm done. A throat clicking noise they make when they're getting into position. This is different noise and not as much vibration with tapping. I guess I never really noticed. No wonder it's hot in here, guys. Either that or else I'm having a hot flash one too. No, I guess I never really noticed that, Janet. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll have to watch for that. But then, at this point, I probably won't open that back up again until if I don't see any internal pipping. So, so what I'll do is, I'd like for you guys to ask some questions about what you want to know from this lockdown pipping point on forward. And I can kind of address this. Now, I want you guys to all please remember, this is just the way that I do it. Again, each person has their own practices. Each environment has their own ways. Each altitude has their own quirks. This is not a scientific formula. I still find that I'm having to change things up daily sometimes. So please, this is just my way of doing it and what I've been mentored to do, along with tweaking it some. So just take some of my stuff and utilize it if you want. There's many other resources out there, many other people. There's people in your areas to ask, and there's a lot of people that are out there that are willing to help you. You just got to reach out and ask questions. There's no silly questions. We're all here to help each other. We want to improve the breed. We want to improve the genetics, and we just want to keep good numbers going. We've been seeing lots of improvements lately. So, oh, I forgot about those. I almost sat on these guys. This would have been bad. This is not my blanket, FYI. I don't even care. For any of you that may care. But anyways, yeah, the one thing that I did read, and I can't remember who posted it now, but I gotta get back in touch with them, that if what you're doing is A, B, C, D, and it's not working, always go back to A. I just told somebody that today. I went out and picked up my feed, and she said that she hasn't been able to get anything to hatch. She doesn't think that it's her incubator, blah, 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 blah. And I told her, I says, when you're doing A, B, C, D, and you've gone through the whole checklist, it's not working, go back to A and start from square one. So, anyways, I'll come back tomorrow when I'm taking a break from things, computer work and stuff like that. And we'll kind of address it. I'd like to see some questions so that I'm just not rambling here, guys. Throw me some bones here. So, post it on the friends page, post it on our page, comment on this post. I'll come back to it, please. Alright, y'all. You have a good night. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.